English Premier League match day 23, and of course this weekend we have one of the biggest London derbies in the name of Arsenal versus Chelsea at the Emirates Stadium. Now guys, let's start off. West London versus North London. Jared, this game concerns both of us. So, and Chelsea wakikuja Emirates. Nani anashinda hii?
It's a very tricky game for me. It depends on how Emery will set up the team because of late tuanza kusikia kuna wrangles between yeye na Ozil. The last fixture tulicheza against West Ham, your game ilikuwa so open, we only needed somebody creative in the midfield, and that game was ours. But sasa because they have, I think, wrangles, he was not even on the bench. So this particular game, Ozil for me needs to play if we are going to have any realistic chance of winning that fixture. Christmas tulikuwa tumetie on points. The next 4 fixtures tumepata like 4 points peke yake out of a total 12. Nyinyi mmepata 10 points out of the possible 12. So it favors you people, but considering in North London derby, we never know what will happen. Let's wait and see.
Jonah, as a Manchester United fan, Arsenal mmeshikana na unyo kwa unyo, and Man United want to be on the top 4. I know Ole Gunnar has done a good job with Manchester. We'll look at Manchester United game. But let's talk about Chelsea versus Arsenal. As someone who competes with Arsenal, you don't want them to win.
I wouldn't want them to win, true. And one thing that I've noticed, even though that this fixture doesn't concern Man United fans as much, but the funny thing is that you can't go talking about Arsenal versus Chelsea without mentioning Manchester United in it. So which is actually a plus for us. So I'm actually quite glad for that. Looking at this fixture, I'm looking at Arsenal. Arsenal just have to more or less. There's no much changes they need to do to the squad. Perhaps maybe they just need to add a creative person there. But I'm a bit skeptical of placing someone like Ozil there because it's a very versatile game. Considering that there are a lot of players that will most likely either like they will inhibit his ability to pass the ball, to create those passes, and but more or less I honestly believe that Arsenal will actually prevail in this game. If you ask me why, it's because and I've always said this even from the first half of the season, Chelsea have one slight fix that they can do to the midfield. Just one slight fix. Stop playing Jorginho as a number 6. He's not a number 6. He's supposed
Mauricio
to be.
Sarri thinks different.
I know. I understand that he thinks differently, and he sees Jorginho as his anchor man. But on a very serious note, if let's say that Arsenal actually get a counter, and he's the only one, he's perhaps maybe the first line or second line of defense. You do understand that Lacazette will run rings around him. Aubameyang will clearly pass him. Torreira will actually atalala na yeye atafanya asifanye pasi yote. You have your wing backs when atende huko juu pia na Alonso. So I see it might be a very tough fixture for Chelsea. This is not Chelsea ilikuwa naanza mwanzo ya season. This is Chelsea yenye wameanza kuona loopholes within their own squad.
All right, thank you. So Joel, again, Man United fans competing with Arsenal, and Arsenal, Jonah anasema Chelsea might lose. Arsenal might win this one. Now, Chelsea beat Arsenal in August 3-2, which I called the then Arsenal as a weak side. Chelsea struggled to win them, but this one, it's a game that has high stakes in it. Arsenal win, they keep the momentum for top 4. Chelsea win, they keep pressurizing Spurs at number 3. So for you, what does the instinct tell you about the game?
For me, I'll start by saying, it's either Arsenal win so that they can get closer to top 4. Because if they lose, they forget about top 4 completely. Because it will be 9 points between them and Chelsea. But most of us Manchester United fans will want Arsenal to win so that at least the gap between Arsenal, Chelsea and Manchester United will be moderate for both teams, the 3 teams. But going into this fixture, my main problem is not even Arsenal. My main problem is Chelsea. Chelsea is a big club that is not creating enough chances to score any small team. Their game against Newcastle, they only had 3 clear chances. One for Pedro and the other one, which was not even a chance that Williams scored. So Chelsea are not creating chances against small teams. So them creating chances against a big team, it will be very tricky for them. Even when they played Southampton, they didn't create chances. They went to a draw. They blame Morata or Giroud for not scoring goals, but those are strikers who depend on good assists, good chances for them
and even crosses.
Yeah.
But the Sarri ball, we don't have.
You don't have crosses. You don't have clear-cut chances. So how do you expect strikers like Morata, Giroud to flourish in such a formation? So for this game, according to me, I feel like Arsenal will have an upper hand against Chelsea playing it at home at Emirates. Because I don't remember the last time Chelsea beat Arsenal in Emirates anytime soon. It's like over
been long.
10 games for Arsenal losing at their home. So for me, I will try to incline of Arsenal winning or maybe having a draw against Chelsea.
Now, for Arsenal to get a result against Chelsea that they're competing with, what should they do different? We've seen in the recent past when Matteo Guendouzi in the midfield, and of course this young guy from South America, Torreira, manning that midfield. And people have been complaining about Matteo Guendouzi. In your own opinion or assessment, should he start?
For me, by the way, that is the person who needs to actually be left out of that midfield. He needs maybe to come in as a substitute just to see off the game. He's not supposed to start that particular game. Matteo Guendouzi, he is good. Holding the ball, he's good. But if you look at his, pass-wise, he's okay also. But the end product, the final product, that is where me I have an issue.
Is it the Jorginho type, where most of his passes are always back pass?
Back passes,
or
maybe
passes within his half.
Yeah, within his half. If he's going forward, he'll make that pass. But you also need to have that end product. You need to be a finisher. So if you looked at our past fixture against West Ham, that guy was in very good positions, by the way, like 3 or 4 times. And he had the opportunity just to strike the ball towards goal with such velocity. And 1 or 2 chances of those, I'm sure, would have turned out to be a goal. But for him, he seems like he wants to pass the ball to the back of the net. You can't do that.
Jonah, we know where Kante will play.
Yes.
We know where Jorginho will play.
Yes.
So what's the result?
For me, the result will be... Okay, this one I see. Okay, for the result, for me, I'll say over 2.5, of course. But I see Arsenal scoring at least 2 goals, and then Chelsea with a 7-10 goal.
Joel, Hazard as a false 9, has it worked? Or do you think it can work? Because I foresee that happening at the Emirates. I foresee Hazard playing as a false number 9. Do you think that it has worked?
It has not worked. You know, like one thing, let me use what Ole Gunnar said when he came to Manchester United, or what players are saying at the moment. Coach is telling them to play to their strengths. You play to your strength. If your strength is passing balls, if your strength is dribbling, if your strength is playing from the midfield, playing from the back, play to your strength. That's what Chelsea need to play. Chelsea have great quality in their squad, but most of them are being forced to play something which is not their strength. Let players take risks, because you have a ball and you can pick a pass, which is risky, because somebody can take, maybe it becomes a counter. Just let players take risk. If they take risk, they play to their strength, maybe they can get a result, but the best result they can get there is a draw.
It's a draw for you.
Yeah.
So Jonah is saying Arsenal winning. For you, we see a draw. Jared, what do you see?
I actually second this guy over here. I go with a 2-1 for Arsenal if they actually play with the formation 4-2-3-1. Ozil plays, Guendouzi stays on the bench. Yeah. If they play with that formation, it's a 2-1 for Arsenal. Or if you guys are going to get any results, it's going to be a draw for me.
Let's kick off on Saturday. Arsenal versus Chelsea at the Emirates Stadium. English Premier League match day 23. Remember, Arsenal have 41 points, Chelsea have 47. So the race for top 4 has just begun. Spurs at the moment are struggling with a lot of injuries. And that means Chelsea are just on the horizon. Check number 3. Talk to us on our social media platforms. Our Facebook page is Final Whistle, Instagram Final Whistle K, and of course, Twitter at Final Whistle K.